A salary is the drug they give you when they want you to forget about your dreams, because it's very easy to stay in that world where somebody is mitigating your risk. You just have to perform certain tasks, do them well for a third of your day, and they will feed you a salary.
Once again, this is the one and only Africa Allah, and you are now tuned into Being Africa Allah right here on Discover Music Channel by Playmaster.today. And today, I'm back with season 27, the matrimony chapter, with
DJ Trill, the one and only Wild Man and Assassin.
We're going to have to work on those. We're going to have to work on that. So, over the course of the weekend, or a couple weeks now, got an opportunity to meet my friends, my family, vice versa. And one of my DJs, we were talking about something, I don't remember what it was, and he was like, oh, he was playing at a wedding. I was like, oh, that's nice, it's a nice setup, and he was like, yeah, that civil wedding you are, that JP wedding, I ain't into that don't sit well with us. We have to have a wedding. I said, oh. So today we decided to talk about why a civil wedding versus a big wedding ceremony. So Trill, since I've been kicking it off the last few episodes, I figured I'd give the floor to you, and you can list the 5 reasons, or at least start off with one of the main reasons why a civil wedding or civil ceremony is more I would guess
budget friendly.
Yes, but I like that, budget friendly.
All right, we're gonna start off with that one there, the budget friendly wedding. If you have a specific budget in mind, a courthouse wedding should be on your list. Courthouse ceremonies will provide you with the cost-effective venue where the fees can be as little as $25. And you can still bring in all the extras that will make your day feel special. Now, what you think about that?
Well, with the expenses these days for a wedding, right? A lot of people have chosen to skip the event and put money into a down payment on a townhouse, a home, property, pay down on school debt, or make sure that they as a couple are financially ready for matrimony or to be married. A wedding can cost upwards to $25,000 or more. So I don't know if a big wedding ceremony is necessary. I mean, so
let's go. Okay.
We're
let's do it like this,
right?
Yeah, we geriatrics. Let's do it.
No. Seriously, listen to this.
No, we are.
My mother and father are both dead. So
you old, I'm old.
There's no
we got
mother
bones
of the bride, or there's no mother of the bride, or
father of the bride. But you still got your brothers. You still got your brother to put you down the line.
I'm the eldest.
He can still run you down the line.
Ain't no listen, no. My brother is not my brother. No. That ain't even working. That don't even how that sound. How that sound?
Okay, well, you can have Tino drive you down the line.
Oh my God. I'm talking about paying for a wedding. I ain't none of them. I can't call any of them and be like, hey, you pay for this wedding.
All right. Let's
they gonna be like, it's your country who gonna be getting grinding.
You know what? I can't with you. I can't. But in all far as us go, me and you, I felt that the courthouse would have did us some justice because we saved a whole lot of money.
Right.
Compared to trying to find a hall, trying to find catering, trying to find dresses and tuxedos for everybody. Trying to plan out this stuff. Trying to get the little table knickknacks and all that. Trying to find a place to take a picture so we can have that on the table. Trying to find, okay, let's say we got 18 tables, for example. Trying to give them a picture with little knickknacks of our wedding. That would have been like almost $180 per table or something crazy like that.
You know what? I don't know.
But I'm just going.
I don't know what type of wedding you're envisioning. I can tell you, in my entirety of my life, like, I've never really thought about a wedding. I've always thought about, like, the end game, which is the marriage, and how you're going to deal with that. But a wedding has 3 purposes. Each one has its own price tag, but only one of the purposes is so valuable that it should not be ignored. One purpose of a wedding is to celebrate the marriage. In some cultures, the celebrations can go on for a week or more, with couples' parents or the couple supporting the lavish living of friends and relatives as the party goes on. In our culture, or in most cultures, the celebration usually lasts one evening, but it can still be very expensive. Another purpose that isn't often stated, but usually exists, is the showcasing of the bride. It's her day. She grabs the center attention, and more than that is spent, the more valuable she will appear to be to the guests. So presumably to the groom, right? But the third purpose of a wedding, that is the most valuable of the 3, is to provide a ceremony of spoken promises before God and witnesses. A bride and a groom recite their vows to each other, and that's them professing their commitment to the world before God and everyone. And that's the purpose of a ceremony. With that being said, the same thing can be done. The same thing can be done at a civil ceremony where you have one witness, you have somebody to sign. I think it's 2 witnesses, right? You have 2 witnesses, someone to sign, and then you have people to say, yeah, you guys are married. The state solidifies it, and you move on. That can be anywhere between $25 to $100, depending on what state you live in or where you're having this wedding. I don't think that I like. Even in the civil wedding, like, we had expenses, you know what I mean? Clothing, dresses, shoes, all of that. We still had it, the rings.
Yeah.
All of those things were expenses, but it wasn't
expensive.
Right. It wasn't to the point where it would break the bank, and we would be sitting outside asking for change in front of Starbucks. That's very specific.
Why Starbucks?
I mean, because everybody drink coffee.
That's your place, huh?
If I was to become a pauper, that's where I would go. In front of Starbucks. Dirty up my hand, put out one coffee, one grande cup.
You know what? I don't got no words for that one. I'm stuck on that one.
A wedding ceremony's prime function is to provide the bride and groom an opportunity to make promises to each other. Those promises form the basis of their marriage and give the officiating clergy the right to pronounce them man and wife. So, care should be taken to a certain extent that promises, if kept, will make their marriage fulfilling and secure. The entire ceremony should emphasize and clarify these promises to friends and family that attend. Traditional weddings promise to go something like, will you take this man to be your wife? And do you live together in covenant and marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor, and keep? Yeah, it was some words inside. Listen, I remember looking at the, like, oh, you want me to say that?
You said that too. You gave me that look like, huh? I'm supposed to say this? For real? You did. And your eyes got big too. You know that, right? And you talk about my eyes.
Your eyes are small. So that's one. What's the second benefit? Since there are 5 benefits, what's the second benefit?
So for me, I'm going with the no rules party. Okay. So it goes, getting married at the courthouse means you have the ultimate freedom to throw away the rules. There's hardly a checklist, just make sure you have your witness and identification. All other components are simply optional. Without hundreds of eyes on you, you're free to ditch conventional guidelines. Never thought of wearing a wedding dress? No problem, come in denim. It's your wedding, these are your rules, even though it's a courthouse. There will be no one there to judge your decisions.
Okay. Well, all right, so traditional wedding, I would have had to been in some...
A white gown?
No. I definitely wasn't. I'm definitely not white gown worthy. White gowns are for virgins.
You can still put on the front. Because there's a whole lot of people that got married with white dresses that don't supposed to be on no white dress.
I just telling you. That's what they say. But anyway,
Well,
but I did wear a white dress. I wore a white dress, something cool and something that's like, Africa. People that know me, they be like, oh yeah, that's their style. I wore a white dress. I wore white sneakers, and I was comfortable. I was cute and comfortable. You know what I mean? Things that we didn't do that maybe my friends or your friends may kind of be upset with is the fact that we didn't have a party, bachelor or bachelorette's party.
That I didn't want one though. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't want one.
We didn't have. Well, we had a reception kind of. We invited people out. They didn't want to come to the party, so that's on them.
Yeah, that's true. Our party was carnival, so.
Right. We did have a party. That was a whole premise of us getting married during that weekend, so that everybody can come and party with us on the road.
So our party was over 200,000 people.
Over 200,000 people.
So that was our party.
Right. And I had fun. I ain't gonna lie. I had fun. You know what? I think the next conversation that we're gonna have is couples and carnival and how to manage that, because everybody's getting ready for Trinidad Carnival.
That'd be a good talk.
I think that's a conversation that we need to have, because a lot of people.
That's a good subject, though.
Right. But anyway, getting back to the marriage thing. All of the rules are out the window. You can wear what you want to wear. You could celebrate the way you want to celebrate. You can do what you want to do. And it's up to you. You don't have to follow the rules. All you need to do is get that paper stamped.
And just show up.
Right. Show up.
And say, I do.
Yeah, but be...
Without them big eyes.
Marriage is the beginning of the family, and is a lifelong commitment. It also provides an opportunity to grow in selflessness. As you serve your wife and your children, marriage is more than a physical union. It is also a spiritual and emotional union.
And mental.
This union mirrors the ones between God and His church. You said it's mental too?
Yeah. Why you guys say like that for?
I want you to clarify. What do you mean by that?
You gotta always think about the other person's feelings.
Oh, I thought you was gonna tell them again how you gotta go buy a drink for them.
That too.
And it seemed like that's something that really on your mind, because every day you want to tell people how
What, that I buy you drinks every time I gotta go get one?
you got.
Get you a Kit Kat or a Snicker every time I go get a candy?
That's what you're telling people, that it's not true. You went and bought you a what it called? Arizona. I didn't see nothing in there for me. But anyway, moving right along. When a man and a woman gets married, the two become one. Marriage is a bond like no other. It gives us a life partner and a teammate as we move through the challenges of life together. Now, these are the reasons why people say you should get married, right? For beginnings, oneness, purity, parenting, love. They really like to throw this parenting thing in. But
we can scratch that parenting part out. we don't have that.
Right. What is the third reason that they say a civil ceremony is better than a major ceremony or a big wedding?
An intimate affair. The planning hurdles you encounter with a large wedding can sometimes make a couple lose focus of the reasons
Right.
you are throwing that great big party in the first place.
Right.
Worried you'll have too many guests? What about too few guests? Having a courthouse wedding means you may only need one witness at hand, and you can still invite your closest family and friends to attend. Just to make sure to check the witness requirements and guest allowances, which vary by state. A courthouse wedding affords you an intimate ceremony with only those people who truly matters. Forget about those random friends who you would have otherwise had to invite.
Listen, let me tell you. Okay, so I don't think my friends really they worried about the wedding, so much. It's about the ceremony. But I don't think they understand that a ceremony, me being Africa Allah, and well, first of all, my dietary needs require refinery. And I am not going to sit there and eat shrimp and fish and have my people eating chicken. It's just not gonna happen. I think that, yeah. So off the rip, I have to have a vegetarian, not vegan, a vegetarian option, a pescatarian option, and a meat option, which would more than likely be chicken, because I'm definitely not doing beef or pork, right?
Right.
That in itself, starting rate at any facility is about $80 per plate. Upwards, that starting rate at $80
starts at 80.
a plate.
The most I saw was like $350.
Again, like I said, at the minimum, we're looking at an $80 plate. If we're talking fish and stuff, we already at 100, 150. All right.
Okay, times that by 25, 30 tables.
I know my people. You know what I mean? And then organizing and getting them there. Like, I don't want. This was my biggest thing throughout the entire weekend of our matrimony, right? My thing was, this is my weekend. This weekend is about us. I don't want to have to deal with nobody. I don't want to be responsible for anybody. I don't want to have to worry about people's flights. I don't want to have to worry about their lodging. I want a day where I'm selfish. Not selfless, but selfish. And I think that people took that personal, because I finally wanted me time. I wanted to focus on me and what made me happy, regardless of what they felt, like this was about you
Us.
and I.
Yeah.
This had nothing to do with anybody else. I finally found somebody that truly cared about me and truly wants to be around and wants to spend the rest of their life with me. Let me and him celebrate and do what we doing the way we doing it. I don't care about a fucking date, my bae. Like, that don't even matter. I wanted to do this at this particular time because I wanted it to be around a certain time. So every year we always have a celebration. Every year. There's no way that we could forget our wedding anniversary.
And see, that's the funny part. I didn't think about that part. I did not think about the reason why you thought about that and the reason we decided around that time.
As a kind of
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying that for me now.
Every year is a big celebration. Every year we're having a big celebration. We can celebrate with our friends. We can party with our friends.
With over 200,000 people.
And celebrate our union. And I think that was one of the biggest things, the intimacy of it, but it's not really the intimacy. Like, we didn't have to worry about all of the noise outside. It was just he and I, just focusing on us. And for the people that felt away or feel away and have refused to have conversations with me as a result of it, that shows that you were never looking at my best interests. My best interest was never at heart because you feel slighted because you weren't a part of a major decision, but this was a major decision that would affect my life tremendously. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I should say sorry because I'm not sorry. Like, I made a decision.
Well, just say sorry, not sorry.
No, because that's some bullshit, but I ain't me say sorry, not sorry. No, I ain't sorry.
Okay, you ain't
I
sorry.
can say sorry for me wanting to look out for my own personal happiness.
Hey, you looked out
putting
for
myself in financial debt for people that are not going to be around when it's time to pay the rent, when it's time for us to buy food, when it's time for us. No. Why would I do that?
True.
And then.
But we did have fun though. We did.
Yeah. So that's that. So what's the next point? You said the intimate. Now give me the first three. Now.
We did.
It's budget friendly.
We did budget friendly.
Mm-hmm.
We did no rules party. We did intimate affair.
Okay. What's the next one?
A venue with character. Our venue was outside, so finding yourself searching for the perfect wedding venue, but that amazing museum or historical landmark will cost a fortune.
Child.
Consider none of the other city halls. In many cities, the city hall building is anchored in the historic district and the walls are adorned in character. Those vaulted ceilings check. Plus, you're not only limited to your city's own courthouse. Consider a quick jaunt to a nearby town that may have the rustic feel you're after. Or consider hauling you and your husband and guests to a courthouse across the country, such as San Fran or New York. Excuse me. Where the architecture is dramatically beautiful and the pictures will be timeless. Just remember to plan in advance. Each day has different requirements between applying for your marriage license and having the ceremony.
Right. So, well, I guess it had character.
It had a whole lot of character.
I don't know. I don't know if the court ceremony itself had character, but I do know that the
after party had character.
all of it was lovely. I enjoyed myself. I definitely enjoyed myself. I even though it was definitely a day to remember. I could say for the parts that I do remember, it was definitely a day to remember. And I'm going to leave that at that.
Okay, what
yes,
parts do you remember?
But yes, but yes, it is depending on where you get married and what city you get married in. Their city halls have some of the best architecture in the world. New York City, I was just thinking about it. New York City, that's a beautiful. The structure over there is beautiful. It would be great for photos. You know what I mean? And we still have to go and do our photos. We haven't done our photos. We still have to do our.
We still got to do our couple.
Because all of the people that I would have had do my photos were actually
not available.
Yeah, they were shooting for Carnival. They were shooting at different fetes and stuff that day. So I knew that was a toss up for that, but the photographer that I definitely want is definitely a Carnival photographer, and we will be doing our photos, and we might just do it in Nassau for Bahamas Carnival in our costumes, because I want to have our wedding pictures in our costumes. So there we go. And
okay.
5. I don't know if you should be in a costume. Maybe you shouldn't be in a costume.
I don't know about that either.
I had to rethink that one.
Please do.
Or if you get your hair cut today.
Yeah.
Child. Thank you. Anyway.
I was looking like a homeless. I was looking like a homeless man. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking. All right, like
Sherman.
Why you gotta put me out there like that?
Come on. What's the next one?
At your leisure.
At your leisure. Not earn your leisure, but at your leisure.
Depending on your state, you may not be able to make reservations for your wedding ceremony. This means you can show up at your leisure whenever you're ready to do the thing. And if it is just you and your husband and the weather calls for rain, you can go the next day. While waiting, take a moment to enjoy the happiness of other couples who are there to do the same very thing. When we went to City Hall to get our marriage license, we saw so many couples waiting for their turn to make it official. Since we live in New York, this is not us now. This is...
Yeah, he's reading off of...
This is not us. This is not us.
Right, okay.
Since we live in New York, there were many cultural diverse ceremonies, and it's quite an interesting part of the process. The common thread, definitely love. A lot of it, the best part is you're not on anyone's time, but your own.
Right. So if you wanted to get married in the morning and it just so happened that you had a little oopsie, you can still get married in the evening. It doesn't matter, because the only thing is you got to get there before they close.
Yep.
And you have to have your paperwork already filled out. All right. So you talked about the 5 reasons for a civil ceremony, right?
Yes.
Let's go back over them one by one. One was budget friendly.
One was at your leisure.
Okay, so at your leisure.
A venue with character.
A venue with character.
No rules party.
No rules party.
An intimate affair.
An intimate affair.
That's all 5.
And budget friendly.
And that budget friendly.
Yeah, I know that. And that is the most important thing.
Budget friendly.
Budget friendly. Because I don't think that you should step into a marriage in debt.
Not for no $100,000.
I just don't think that you should step into a marriage in debt. It doesn't matter what it is. I just don't think that you should spend an astronomical amount of money on a ceremony that is 1 day, 3 days, a week.
30 minutes.
And then spend the next 4 to 5 months of your life trying to recoup that money that was spent. It just makes no sense to me. Unless, hold on. This is the if, right? This is the but. Unless you have friends that are thousandaires, millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires. Reason being, your friends will gift you the resources to make sure that you're straight. If you don't have those type of people coming to your wedding, why are you having a wedding? Why? It doesn't make sense to me. Now, I have 5 compelling reasons why you should opt for a simple wedding ceremony. And this is not opting for the civil ceremony, but having a simple wedding ceremony. Of course, budget-friendly venues again are the theme of the day. Invest in a great photographer, so you don't have to have like the lavish place. You can do it in the park, whatever it is you want to do, a beach, whatever the case may be, wherever you live. Invest in a great photographer to capture the moments. Splurge on your food and drinks. Listen, if I tell y'all how I wanted to have my wedding, if I was going to do a big thing, give your guests personalized wedding favors. I ain't giving nobody no gift. Y'all come into my wedding, y'all give me a gift. I'm sorry. Save and go big for the honeymoon. Listen, this simple wedding don't work for me. Simple wedding don't work for me.
Oh Lord.
Listen, no. All right, so like I design textiles, right? We have a clothing line, the Luxe branded collection by Playmass today, and I do most of the textiles. Little known fact or unknown fact is that I used to work in textiles in the early 2000s, just doing prints for baby garments, and that's how I got into creating textiles. I've always been in the design and print industry, and that was just one of those jobs or contracts that I took on. So fast forward to 2022, 2021, or right after or right during COVID, I started, since we started Playmass, or Distinctive Impression about 20 years ago, we always had branded material. Every time we did events, you would see us in our shirts. However, in 2020 or 2018, I took it one step further when we introduced Playmass. We had Playmass t-shirts, Playmass hats, everything, fanny packs, backpacks, all of that, right? Because I want people to know our names, 1, and 2, it creates brand identity. It becomes a recognized brand, similar to the Nike check or the Reebok, you know what I mean? Or the 3 stripes on the Adidas. People recognize a brand identity. So if I were to have a wedding where I was giving out specialized gifts, those swag bags would have been ridiculous, because I would have designed the products. You know what I mean? I would have designed the products.
Yeah,
so then I would have
some money though.
But not even that. The stress of me coming up with the perfect design for something that people are gonna have for decades.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? Like case in point, for my sister's 40th birthday, we did the canisters. You know, the canisters that keep the stuff cold for 15 hours. Those were for her birthday. That was her 40th birthday. I designed that. For her 30th birthday, I designed glasses and little bags. So just putting those things together. Not only that, little booklets and pamphlets to show show our journey. Like all of these things are things that I would design because I wouldn't trust anybody else to do it. And yes, I'm anal with things like that because it's our brand, our reputation, our likeness. So yeah, I'm not taking that and putting that in anybody else's hand. So on top of me making sure that my guests are situated because I'm in a different state. On top of me making sure that my guests are situated and they're having a good time, and then me worrying about, my stuff. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
and
you would have been a wreck.
Yeah, and then all of that is money though. Like it goes back to the budget friendly. Like, no, I'd rather take that money and invest in a business. Ultimately that's what I did. I'd rather take that money and invest in a business than to spend it on things that are not going to yield a profit or generate any I don't need debt. I need assets. So I just think that a civil wedding ceremony is definitely the way to go. However, I do enjoy the lavish luxe events. I do enjoy those. I enjoy attending them. I enjoy dancing to them. I enjoy it all. Most of the times when I attend those events, I don't even eat the food because I can't eat the food. No, that's a reality of it. You know what I mean? But outside of that, it's great to have friends and family, which again was the reason why I chose the time of the year that I chose, because I just said that instead of having the big ceremony, we can all have one big fete. Let us lime and enjoy ourselves, get some liquor party and hang out for a week and just party and enjoy music and culture the way, because that's what I am all about. So for my friends and family that are upset,
or didn't want to show up,
that are upset that we didn't have a lavish event, if you choose to throw us the ceremony or the reception,
we're there.
That we didn't have, we'll be there.
We're there.
I don't want to have to worry about none of that. But you better call me if you want to give out doggy box, because I can tell you, it better have play mask on it.
Yeah, if we don't have Playmaster, we better have our logo on there.
Yeah, so that's basically it. I think that a lot of people, and I don't know, because I haven't been a part of too many weddings. I think this year, or last year I should say, 2023, like a whole slew of people that I know got married, and they had beautiful weddings. I mean, from Shine to Celeste to Molly, like everyone got married. Rika, all of them, everybody got married, and they had beautiful weddings and so forth. I wasn't invited. I didn't attend. I heard about it. I saw it. It was wonderful. It looked beautiful, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they are starting their lives with someone that they can spend or they feel comfortable with for the rest of their life. And that is ultimately the best part of it. My youngest sister is celebrating 2 years of matrimony this year. Recently celebrated it in January. I think it was January 10th. She was supposed to get married January 1 on Daddy's birthday, but she got married on the 10th. And she is celebrating 2 years of matrimony. And I love her relationship.
Congratulations.
And she opted for a small wedding. And and even her small wedding was big in comparison to ours, right? She opted for a small wedding, but what I like about her and what she did with the revenue that she spent that money on being with her husband, cruises and trips and stuff like that so they can spend time together and enjoy each other. Now she do like, I know if she had a big wedding that she buy everything. She like Fletcher, so she must think he's a Ken doll. And she loves the whole concept of being married because they get to wear matching outfits and
We haven't tried that yet.
I
We might not be able to get to that yet, but
no, not even might get to that.
we're gonna have to do something, baby.
I can try it once.
We're gonna have to do it for the wedding pictures or something.
Yeah, for the wedding pictures, yeah. For that, yes. And my costume.
I'm still debating on that costume bit. I'm still debating on that.
Well,
If we do the costume, can I still have a shirt on? At least? White beater?
that is not a costume.
Rats. I tried.
That is not a part of the costume.
I tried.
This is all you.
You know what?
Yeah, listen. All right, so these are the reasons why people opt out of having a large wedding. For the most part, the biggest nugget is the fact that it's budget friendly. Regardless of how you decide to celebrate your wedding, how you decide to pledge your allegiance to your significant other, just know that the most important part and the biggest purpose of the wedding is to pledge your commitment to the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Other people, while it is nice to have people there to celebrate you, ultimately your commitment is to the person in front of you and God. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. But ain't no buts. That's it.
We're going to talk to you next week. Next week, Carnival and marriage. How do you navigate cultural differences in a relationship?
That's gonna be that's
Looking
gonna be a
forward to
good
that
one.
wedding. Listen, I don't belong to the streets. I belong to the
All right, okay.
2024 Carnival is on its way. We are getting ready for Bahamas Carnival. We will be in the Bahamas May 15th through the 20th. You guys stay tuned. Check out all of the information on our website. You can visit Carnival Concert or right here on playmass.today. This is Discover Music Channel, and this is yours truly, Africa Allah, for being Africa Allah. Season 27, the matrimony chapter with
DJ Trill.